Welcome back, everyone. We are honored to have Professor Xintong Yao with us today. May we first invite Professor Yao to say a few words to our teams. Professor Yao, please.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. And today we have a very happy competition among the math, which I'm very happy to say that the results are great. And I'm very happy that Hong Kong students are doing very well. Our competition has started long ago, more than 10 years now, from Tsinghua University in Beijing, and has been extremely successful. And only 2 years ago, when Hong Kong Academy of Science decided to join, and we start to have this competition in Hong Kong. And I should say that this competition, when I started, largely because I see that Chinese students need some motivation about trying to think, to do research, what is good in order for them to dream about their future in science. And this is very important. Chinese student has been very much used to taking examinations only and do not think as much as they should. They could be extremely talented when they come to America, getting into great school, and then they can do very good research. But when they were in the standard examination mode, they do not think as much as they could. They could be extremely original, but they were not put into the right way of thinking. That is something missing. So we start this this competition, which actually we model after the famous Westinghouse Intel competition in the old days. The reason I model after it because my two children, when they were young, they are now much more mature now. That was about 20 years ago. And my two kids were in high school in America, and they are doing fine, but they do not want to do research as much as I like them to do it. So I send them to some of my friends doing biology and all that. And then they compete in the Intel competition. And that is like a phase transition. After that, they like to do research and they enjoy it. And because they got very good guidance by the teacher there, by the postdoc in the lab and all that. And also they meet the very first class scientists who were in the examinations, final exams of the Intel Westinghouse Award. So I'm very much thinking that we should do the same thing in China, in Hong Kong. And well, it takes time because it takes support and besides money, and also there's human resources and everything. And well, as I said, in Hong Kong, I'm very glad that Hong Kong Academy of Science are willing to do it. And also we have friends who are willing to support it. And more importantly, the Chinese University of Hong Kong, the whole team from IMS and from the math department, all of the faculties are putting up a huge amount of effort to support it. And also many of my friends all over the world are willing to come to Hong Kong to do the examinations. This year is special, unfortunately, because of the virus. Otherwise, we would like to see each other face to face. Since I start the competition, I've never missed any chance not to come. So this is very important for me because I think that's our future. The future of mathematics, future of basic science for China, for the good children. And I consider it to be very important because I think basic science is extremely important for the future of China, for human beings in general. And I would like to hope that the government would pay serious attention to such a research, creativity, and also how to bridge with industry eventually. But the basic knowledge and the basic training in creativity is extremely important. And I'm seeing many of our winners becomes permanent in the society. Many of our winners actually were able to go into the best school in the world. I was somewhat surprised, actually. For example, a couple of years ago, the gold winner and the silver winner and the bronze winner, all of them were admitted by Harvard early admission in the same year, which was taken me by somewhat surprising after I learned from the dean. Also, quite a lot of them were admitted into Stanford, into Princeton, were actually not only in mathematics, but also in chemistry, in other fields. About 8 years ago, we start, besides mathematics, we start on physics, and then later we start on chemistry, biology, and computer science. And then a year later, we start on economic modeling, so 6 different fields. All of them are doing very well, and I'm very happy to say that they all got into a very well recognized by all the famous universities, including Tsinghua, Beida, and all the major universities in China, but also all the famous Ivy League schools that I mentioned, Harvard, Princeton, Stanford. As a matter of fact, the dean of admission of both Harvard and Stanford and Brown came when we opened up the ceremony in Beijing, and they all recognized the importance of this competition. So in fact, 3 years ago, the dean of Stanford was invited by me, and he gave a speech to CCTV, the major Chinese TV, saying how much he appreciates this competition, and also he would like to see Stanford could admit some of the winners in this award. So I was very pleased by all these friends, but more importantly, the winners of this award, I talked with them and their parents. They were very happy to say that it's a good experience for them to go through all these competition procedures. They learn how to do research, and they are able to meet some of the most outstanding scientists that they only know through reading books, but now they actually meet them face to face. So I think this is a very good thing that happens. I remember when we opened up for the competition, many people who got Fields Medal come to be a judge. And when we have the physics competition, Nobel laureate came. And so the students are very happy to be examined by them. Not only that they read their research, but they also talk with them face to face. So I think these are very healthy and it's going very well. And I hope in Hong Kong, we see more and more students coming to this competition. And through Hong Kong Academy, we meet the big shots in Hong Kong, in science, in technology, in the Hong Kong Academy. And also, we would like to see that the government start to pay more attention to basic science. Unfortunately, I think Hong Kong government doesn't seem to understand the importance of basic science as much as they should have. And especially mathematical science, which is now has reached almost everywhere in industry. And the reason that China in the last 2 years getting into trouble with America in terms of copyright and all that kind of things is partially because we are not in control of really the most forefront ideas in about the technology that we should know. And we would like to be able to train our children from Hong Kong and from China, from mainland China, all of them to learn in the early days when they just graduate from high school, that they get into the most forefront of the basic science. And I hope that we will train a large number of them so that they will be able to do well in the future. And as I said, all the judges and all that are first-class scientists, and the kids would know them and then would model themselves after them. So I hope this will be successful. And so far, as I said, it has been successful, and we like to keep on doing it. And I let me thank to all these colleagues in Chinese U, in the Hong Kong Academy of Science, and also from Tsinghua University, who put in a lot of effort to do this, but also to our donors. Many of donors has given money to support this enterprise, and they do not want to disclose their names very nicely, but I'm still grateful to them for them to support such a endeavor. So I'm very happy to thank all the staff in the Hong Kong Academy of Science, and also the staff in IMS, and also in the math department, COHK. And of course, as I said, all the juries, including those in Hong Kong University, in Hong Kong STU, and all these universities who have been supporting us unselfishly. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Yao. May we now invite our assessment panel chair, Professor Jiao Pingxin, to give us an overall comment to the teams. Professor Xin, please.
Thank you very much. Because Professor Yao has said all the important things, and just make a little remark. First, this is our second year for the Yao High School Science Award, Asia. Not only China and Hong Kong, but also including other countries, and in particular for us, including Southeast Asia and India, Malaysia, Thailand, Taiwan area, and Macau, and many other areas. Okay, so compared with last year, this year we were quite successful to attracting initial proposals from more than 8 regions, okay? Which, as I said, including Hong Kong, India, Singapore, Malaysia, Macau, Indonesia, Thailand, and many projects, okay? So altogether, at the first stage, we got 25 proposals. After the first initial screening, 24 passed the initial screening. And so they were invited to write on the full research proposal, research report. And then we got 17 projects back. Okay, I would say these 17, many of them are very high quality and very nice. And then we send out these 17 for the very rigorous refereeing procedure. So everyone got 2 reports. And so in terms of originality, in terms of technology, and in terms of the scholarship and the referencing, and many ways, okay, to measure how well the papers are. So among the 17 we sent out, we choose 8 out of the 17 for the oral presentation, okay? And so today we have the oral presentation. And in fact, I think most of the panel members are impressed with the high quality of the research projects, okay? And through which you can see many of our company, the students here are really doing great, okay? And most of the projects are very high quality. And I think the quality compared with last year is really advanced a lot. So we thank the Professor Yao and his large committee to supervise us. And then we also thank the Hong Kong Academy to provide all the helps. But I would particularly, as the chair of the math panel, to thank all our members, including 2 overseas members, to all the hard work. Because the timing this year is special, and we don't have enough time to find all the referees. Many of the projects I was referred by the panel members themselves. So they all did a very careful job and check all the details and give all the very nice detailed comments. So I'm really grateful for all what they did, okay? And also I thank the staff particular Doris Ma in the Hong Kong Academy to help us to organize the whole thing to make the things move smoothly. And so we can do this work as scheduled. Okay. So, and the last and most important, I congratulate all the students, whether you got a gold or silver or honorable mention or not. They are really doing great. Okay. We were very impressed. I'm pretty sure you are going to have a very bright future, no matter whether you are doing mathematics or not. Okay. You will appreciate this experience from such a Professor Yao's high school science competition. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Shin. We would now like to invite our panel to comment on individual projects. Panel, please. Would any panel members like to give individual comments?
Maybe I would like to comment a little bit about the team project 46.
Yeah.
Doris, is that okay?
Yeah, Professor, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, this team is really a wonderful team, and the presentation is really also wonderful. And the topic is very interesting about the random distance, random areas in convex polygons. And you have shown many interesting estimates of the expected distance, expected areas for triangles, rectangles, and also for the conditioned polygons. And then you have applied so your result to very interesting physical problems for the potential energy in gas particles. And you are just Form 5 student. I mean, you must have spent quite a lot of time, made a great effort, and you have also learned quite a lot beyond what you have learned in the school. So I feel really proud of you guys. I mean, I'm sure you will have great future, and so hope if you are interested in mathematics in the university, so you'd like to join Chinese University of Hong Kong.
Okay.
So if I can say just a few words just to follow up. Yeah, this is my first time on the panel for this award, and I was extremely impressed by just how much work went into all of the presentations. They were very, very detailed and very professionally done. And I think all of you packed a lot of information into a very short amount of time. So it is just very, very impressive how thorough the work was and how extensive the work was. And I think that's very visible from what you've done. So congratulations on that.
Well, maybe I say something about project number 37. I'm Raymond Chen from CTU. So this is by Mayon Nam from DBS. So he did a very good job. He started with a game, a very simple game, but then to solve the game, then you need to convert it into a very difficult mathematical problem, and then the way he did it is that so he transformed it into some kind of matrix equation, matrix problem. First, like finding the low vector of a matrix, and then he transformed it into finding the eigenvector of some transformed matrix, and then the way he solved the solution is to try to show that the matrix has exactly one-dimensional null space. So I guess this is interesting in the sense that he kind of map the this simple game into a mathematical problem where he can solve it with the knowledge that I think a high school student can do it. Yeah, so I guess this is precisely what Professor Yao mentioned at the beginning. So the idea of this Yao Award is to try to get the student to think about new problems and new solutions, and then try to get them to generate their creative ideas. And that's why I like this project very much. Yeah.
Thank you, panel. Now comes the exciting part. So may we now invite Professor Shin to announce today's competition results. First, certificate of participation. Professor Shin, please.
Okay. So we have three certificate of okay, yeah. So the certificate of participation goes to the first one is the team 035. The work is on a statistical analysis of heart rating data during mediation by Lai Pok Hong from the GT College, and also George Chun Yat from GT College. And this also goes to the team 047. The title of the project is Capturing Geometrical Objects with Random Points. And Mr. Chen Cai-hen, Pochin Middle School. And the last one is Team Math 050. And the title of the project is Applying Facial Recognition Technique toward a non-intrusive mask detection. The author is Soumya Reddy, the International School, Bangalore, India. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. Then here comes the honorable mentions.
Okay, so the honorable mention goes to three teams. First one is Math 025. The name of the project, a triangle and then inscribed triangle, criteria for similarity and a probability inequality problem about the relation of the areas. And Chow Kwan Nok and also Pan King Hall from Shan Tech Fraternal Association Yuan Yao College. And the second one team is Math 045. Oh, sorry. Yes. The title of the project is Area Divisions of Closed Curves. And the author is Nao Chang Feng and Wang Pei Chik from Wanting College. The third one is Math 046. The title of the project is Random Distancing and Areas in Convex Polygons and Application on Potential Energy of Gas Particles in Macroscopic View. And the author will be N.Che Nong Isaac, Cho Jian, and Yao Hen Qin from Beijing College. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Shin. Now here comes the silver prize. So first, the silver prize winner will receive a cash prize of $500 and be recommended to compete in the finale in Beijing. So may we now invite Professor Yao to deliver the silver prize. Professor Yao, please.
Right, the silver prize will go to Lam Myron, who graduated from DBS in Hong Kong. His teacher is Chen Long Kin, and the title of his research is Towards the Problem of Grouping Coins. And this was very impressive and was explained by Professor Raymond Chen. So I'm very happy to see that this team get the silver prize.
Thank you. Now here comes the most exciting one, the gold prize. The gold prize winner will receive a cash prize of $1,000 and be recommended to compete in the finale in Beijing. And this year's gold prize goes to Professor Yao, please.
Right. This year we go to Miss On Ki Lo, who is graduating from Puiqing Middle School. Her teacher is Ho Feng Li, and her title of research report is Investigation on I-Computing Probabilities on Finite Groups. It's one of the very impressive piece of work, something I really admire. I would say that these are usually undergraduate students who would feel difficult to do also, and she was able to do it and in the most impressive way. And it's rather original, and every people in the panel was very happy with that. Actually, I'm extremely proud of the middle school because it was a middle school I came from 55 years ago. So I'm proud to see Miss Law graduate from there, and I'm happy to see that she's doing so well. And I hope to see her somewhere in the best university, either Harvard or Tsinghua University or Chinese University of Hong Kong, some places that I'm familiar with. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations to all teams. We will courier the trophies and certificates to all winners.
Right.
So this concludes our program today. We hope you enjoy the competition. Stay safe and goodbye.
Okay. Thank you.